Shabbat Shalom. Recently, I heard from a parent whose child, like many others, has had a rough year with remote learning during the pandemic. Day in and day out, the child had not been paying attention during school online. And the parent was getting more and more frustrated until one day, the child said to the parent earnestly, "I don't know why I can't pay attention." And the parent suddenly saw before him not a child goofing off, but a child who needed help, a child who was getting lost. It turns out that this child has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. We all have blind spots about each other. Even in our closest relationships, sometimes we can get into trouble when we have an assumption that we are seeing things clearly, that we have the truth somehow. And we can find ourselves frustrated or angry when someone reacts in a way that is not in line with our expectations. A friend was recently telling me about her aging mother. They have a tradition of meeting every week at Zabar's, getting coffees, and taking them walking around the Upper West Side. But lately, her mother has been arriving late to their meetups. Being on a tight schedule, my friend found herself getting annoyed with her mother until she noticed, for the first time, her mother's unsteady steps as she walked into Zabar's. Sometimes things are right in front of us, but we don't see them. We push ahead, lost in our own narrative, and it takes something to snap us out of this, to help us change perspective and open to other ways of seeing things. In this week's Torah portion, the king of Moab calls upon the prophet Balaam to curse the Israelites. Balaam tries to refuse several times, but finally gives in and sets out on the path towards the Israelites' camp. An angel of God stands in the way, trying to block Balaam from moving forward. Only Balaam does not see the angel. Balaam's donkey, however, sees the angel and swerves to the side. I'm going to read you some of this passage. It's a little lengthy, but worth it. We read, "The donkey swerved from the road and went into the fields, and Balaam beat the donkey to turn her back onto the road. The angel of God then stationed himself in a lane between the vineyards with a fence on either side, and the donkey, seeing the angel of the Lord, pressed herself against the wall and squeezed Balaam's foot against the wall. So he beat her again. Once more, the angel of God moved forward and stationed himself on a spot so narrow that there was no room to swerve left or right. When the donkey now saw the angel of God, she lay down under Balaam, and Balaam was furious and beat her with his stick. Then God opened the donkey's mouth, and the donkey said to Balaam, 'When have I done to you? What have I done to you that you have beaten me these 3 times?' Balaam said to the donkey, 'You have made a mockery of me. If I had a sword, I'd kill you.' The donkey said to Balaam, 'Look, I am the donkey that you have been riding all along until this very day. Have I been in the habit of doing this to you?' And Balaam answered, 'No.' Then God uncovered Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of God standing in his way with a sword drawn in his hand. Thereupon he bowed right down to the ground." How many times do we keep pushing forward even when something inside of us tells us that we are moving in the wrong direction? How many times do we keep charging ahead, ignoring our inner compass when it's pointing a different way? we don't pay attention, we don't recognize the signs right in front of us that indicate that we've chosen the wrong path. Maybe jealousy clouds our vision, or maybe anger distorts our view. A strong emotional state can skew our perspective. Or perhaps past experiences are influencing our thought process to the point where we don't really see what's in front of us. Rather, we overlay a past exchange onto the present and react as if we're back there. Or we may be forecasting future expectations or worries, causing us to once again miss seeing the here and now. Rashi says that the angel blocking Balaam's path is an angel of mercy. Why is this? Because the angel was merciful towards the people Israel, who Balaam had set out to curse. But maybe the angel was also merciful to Balaam. The angel stood in his way to force him to stop taking the wrong path. In the Torah, the word for angel, malach, is not so exact. It sometimes means angel, and it sometimes means messenger. And sometimes it's referring to a human being, and sometimes it's referring to an angel of God. And so there is kind of a blurring of the meaning of angel. And there are points in the Torah where you're not really sure to which kind of angel, messenger, the Torah is referring to. And there's a lesson in this. We human beings have the potential to be like angels when we partner with God and bring holiness into the world. We can be like angels, spiritual messengers, when we act in accord with our moral compass, our spiritual core. Because perhaps an angel is simply a metaphor for a moment of truth, for seeing clearly. Think about the times when you've been clouded by jealousy. In those moments, we cannot be fully present to another person because all we can feel is anger and resentment. Yet if we wipe off the film of distortion, we automatically move towards being present in the moment with more clarity. And this can lead to a sense of acceptance and even well-being. What if we imagine that angels are always around us, not physical angels, but a positive energy, thought, or force that we can tap into, something that can free us whenever our vision is clouded. Even the very thought that we can shift our gaze can be uplifting in and of itself. We can be open to the expansiveness all around us. We can move beyond our blind spots and see things in all of their complexity. Shabbat Shalom.